Okay, hi, I'm Peter Davis from Panache Software, and I've been providing technical consultancy, so customization and integration services for ERP or enterprise resource planning software for around 20 years now. More recently, I've been involved with building AI applications, including building custom AI agents to integrate external systems in real time with AI solutions like Azure OpenAI. Now, in the ERP space, there is currently a big drive to deliver some sort of AI functionality. But with most enterprise solutions now including a rich API layer, do we really need to wait for the providers to build functionality for us? Or can we use the tools available to us now to build our own solutions and provide our users with new ways to interact with the systems they already use? So for this example, we're going to ask, can AI complete our timesheet? Now, timesheets are something that, if we're honest, the majority of people hate to complete. If you're like me and get a notification at the end of a busy week reminding me to complete my timesheet, you'll understand this. So how can we use the tools available to us to provide a new way for our users to interact with their timesheets, and at the same time show that using AI isn't just restricted to a chat window. It can be embedded into the screens that are already familiar to us. So in this example, I'm going to be using Unit 4's ERP7 software. Now, this isn't the latest ERPX version, and because of that, we're restricted to interacting with what are now 13-year-old SOAP web services, along with slightly more modern REST APIs. But even then, I wanted to show that we can still build something pretty cool. Now, one thing to note, there is no customization added to the Unit 4 ERP system itself. It's completely standard. Everything I show here is built entirely externally. So let's dive in. So the first thing we want to look at is the web APIs and the web services. Now, with the ERP7 system, we've got calls to, for example, get our timesheet work schedule. So this shows us the hours for a particular week that we can use. We can do things like get our existing timesheets. So here I'm issuing a command to get the current week's timesheet and the entries that I've already completed in there. And along with the SOAP web services, I've also got REST APIs. So for instance, I can issue a command to get the work orders, their IDs and their names for a specific project. And we're going to be using these APIs and web services to interact with the ERP7 system via our AI agent. So let's have a look at what we've built here. And this is a custom timesheet screen. It's a custom web application that I've built, all hosted in Azure. Now we're using, you can see at the top, it's got my username or my email address. That's because we're protecting this web service or this web application with Microsoft Entra ID. So it's identifying my Microsoft username, it's logging me in, and it's then going to the ERP system and figuring out what user I am in that system, and going off and getting back my resource ID, the current timesheet period, and the lines for my current timesheet for this week. I can make adjustments to this if I want to. I can add new timesheet rows, all standard interaction stuff that you would expect. But how can we integrate AI into this? Well, let's have a look. Can you open last week's timesheet? Okay, and can you add a new time entry for the admin work order against project 555000? Great. And add 2 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Wednesday, and 5 hours on Friday. Okay, set the description to be completing expenses and reviewing plans. Actually, the project manager is French, so could you include both an English and French translation for that description? Okay, so what are we doing here? We're using real-time speech AI to not only listen along to the user, but also carry out tasks for them. We don't have to always be specific. I didn't have to ask for a specific period for this timesheet. I asked for last week's timesheet. Again, work orders. I gave it a project ID, but I gave it the work order description, and it went and found the project. It went and found the work order. Now, the main prompt for this looks a little bit like this. We're not specifically explaining how to complete a timesheet, or indeed telling the LLM that its job is to complete a timesheet. Instead, we're using an agent-style approach where we've provided some tools to our LLM, so wrappers around the SOAP and REST API calls I showed, and then we allow the AI to determine how best to service the user's request based on the tools available to it. Now can you add a time entry for the consultancy work order against project 555001? Okay, and can you add 6 hours on Tuesday and 7 hours on Thursday? And use the description attending workshops and meetings. Actually, could you jazz that description up a little bit for me? Wait, actually, I've made a mistake here. Can you switch around the hours between the two work orders? And we shouldn't need to build up these entries gradually on the screen. Here I've been asking it bit by bit to complete these lines, but I could do it all in one go. Can you add a final time entry for the development work order against project 555000 with 3 hours on Monday, 1 hour on Tuesday, and with a description of building cool AI stuff? So there you go. Real-time speech AI interaction with your existing ERP solution. So if you want to know more about how you can take advantage of the latest AI functionality today and how you can make use of the API and integration layers provided by modern web applications, get in contact with me now at Panache Software. Thank you.